Hey everybody, this is Mr. Movie Buff 5000, and this is my review of the movie 12, directed by Joel Schumacher, and who's directed films such as Tigerland, Phone Booth, A Time to Kill, The Client, Batman and Robin. He's directed a lot over his career. 12 is his most recent one, I believe. It is set in New York, present day, and it is about rich teenagers who do drugs, weed, coke, ecstasy, whatever, and it focuses on this drug that a bunch of them use called 12, and it pretty much follows the different people that use it, what they have to do with it, and everything, and the main person they follow is White Mike, played by Chase Crawford, who is a drug dealer. He's a smart, rich kid who quit school after his mother passed away from cancer and started dealing 12. And he lives on his own, and pretty much he's the kind of guy, who's too smart to be doing this, to be a drug dealer, and he shouldn't be there, but he is because he's confused. And yeah, so Chase Crawford, I don't watch Gossip Girl, and I haven't seen his other work, so I don't know if he's a good actor or not, but here his character isn't given much to do, except walk around, look mysterious, and at times, just talk about his life. And then at one point, he has a yelling scene, which wasn't really impressive. But he just isn't given that much to do. So for an actor that young, to trying to prove himself, this is not the role to take. The supporting cast has more to do than he does. So, and he's pretty much the main guy. He's the first name in the credits. He's the one they follow around the most, but pretty much it's just him walking around, and yeah, he doesn't much to do. Not that a lot of people have that much to do, because throughout the whole movie you have Kiefer Sutherland narrating it. He narrates the whole movie, and I love Kiefer Sutherland. I'm a proud to be Canadian, so I love him. He's Canadian, I love him, but he's still lighting up on his narration. It's like the whole movie is him narrating. He's narrating the movie. It's like it's a documentary, right? And I don't mind documentaries or like that, but when you're trying to make a movie, a fictional movie, and you have like someone narrating it like it's a documentary, you don't need that. I don't know if they were if it was on purpose because they wanted to make it seem like a documentary, because it's on a thin line between documentary and fiction. It's on that line. You don't know what it is, and it gets annoying after a while. And the stuff he narrates, we don't need to hear him narrate this stuff. Like, for example, White Mike was walking down the street when he saw Charlie. Like that's not an example from the movie, but still, like, we can see White Mike walking down the street. We can see him seeing his friend. We can see him giving him the drugs. Like, he's like pretty much explaining everything. Was what Charlie was watching TV, or Lionel was doing this, or like who cares? We don't need to see. We can see this stuff. We're not blind. It's not like you're making a movie just for blind people. You're making a movie for everybody. We can see this. We can see all this happening. We don't need you to tell us that. All right. Part of the experience of watching a movie is so we can see it, and not so we can. It's good to hear it, but it's so dumb. I can't even like explain how dumb it is. But so that kind of gets annoying, right? But there is good stuff. Like at one point he says, at the end of the film, he's doing this whole little monologue, Kiefer Sutherland, about living the best life you can, and whatever. Like, that's fine. Like, that was good. It was a good, well written one. His voice fitted it, but still, just too much narration for me. You don't need that much. It has a very good cast. 12, I have to say, a young cast. It has Rory Culkin, who I think is, well, of course everyone knows him as the younger brother Macaulay and Kieran Culkin. Everyone knows Macaulay, of course, from Home Alone, and other films. And then Kieran and Rory are more underrated movies, independent stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Mean Creek. That is Rory Culkin. He's great in that movie. That's a great movie. If you want to see a good independent movie, go see Mean Creek. It's fantastic. So yeah, he's in that. And this one, he's the best actor of them all in here. He's very, very good in this one. Emma Roberts is in this one, of course, niece to Julia Roberts, and daughter to Eric Roberts. She has yet to prove herself to me. The closest she's gotten to proving herself as a good actress was in It's Kind of a Funny Story, which I love that movie. In this one, she plays White Mike's childhood friend, who is completely oblivious to the fact that he is a drug dealer. She does not know at all. He keeps it a secret from her, and she's pretty much the good in White Mike. She's very goody, preppy girl. And I have no problem with her in this. It's just still she hasn't proven herself yet to me. Then there's the other character. 50 Cent is in this. 50 Cent is like the bad guy in this one. He's White Mike. He supplies White Mike with the 12, and he's a major part of the plot, which I'll get to in a minute. I'm just going to explain the actors who are in it. And then Roy Culkin, like I mentioned, is a kid who holds all these parties to be popular and whatever. Like I said, he's great. And then there's a bunch of other actors in it who I didn't really know. One of them I looked up. He plays White Mike's best friend. Hunter, he is the character's name. His name is Philip Ettinger. I thought he was very good. I've never seen him in anything else, but I thought he was very good. I thought he was great. So the story is pretty much all these different subplots, but the main focus of the story is White Mike's cousin Charlie gets murdered by 50 Cent's character Lionel, and the police think that another young kid gets murdered as well, who happened to be there at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he got into a confrontation with White Mike's best friend Hunter, so they think Hunter did it, killed Charlie and the kid who got involved by accident, so that's the whole plot there and White Mike doesn't find out till the very end, and then shit hits the fan pretty much. And there's just pretty much other subplots involving 12. This girl played by Emily Mead. Yep, Emily Mead. She's rich girl, very popular. She starts taking 12 and she becomes addicted, and she buys from White Mike and Lionel, and it's pretty much following her addiction, kind of Requiem for a Dream style. And then there's just other small stories. Billy Magnuson plays Roy Culkin's older brother in it, Claude, who comes back from military school, I think it was. He escapes, and he's a psychopath, like, literally, and the climax, he has a very big part in it, very violent climax in this one, at a party, and then it's pretty much just different people, and they're all kind of related, and I like these kind of movies where they're related and everything, so that's pretty much the main people in the storyline. There's a lot of other people, just are there. They don't really have much to do. Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle is in it. I noticed him too, but like, he just has nothing to do. There were a lot of things I liked about it, including some of the performances. For example, Roy Culkin's and this kid, Philip Ettinger's. I thought they were great. And it was one of those movies that, you didn't know what was going to happen till the very end. It wasn't I'm not saying it wasn't predictable, but it wasn't very predictable. I wasn't shocked at any points, but it was one of those things where I was kind of eager to see what was going to happen, what wasn't going to happen, whatever. But yeah, and then there were some things I didn't like. The narration part I already had my little rant on. I didn't really like. And then I was disappointed with Emma Roberts. I really want to see her do well, because I could see her being well. She just doesn't get to me. And it was very slow at points. 12, I thought it was very slow. There's a lot of kind of useless scenes that we didn't really need that were there. And so that's my review on 12. It was okay. If you wanna see an okay movie, if you just feel like seeing a movie, I guess if it's on demand or you wanna rent it, go ahead. Don't get your hopes up. To me, it was just okay. I like to say whether a movie's good or bad, but for this one, it was just okay. Like, I don't know. It's just that's my review on 12. I did the best I could trying to review this. It was a hard one, so there's some things I liked, some things I didn't like. So there we go. Thank you very much.